It's here, I'm finally doing it, I'm wearing the top, bring on the top 10. Let's do it. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my top 10 favourite Ladynoir scenes from Miraculous. And I cannot wait. So, this video has been long overdue. Like, I am not even joking. I am pretty sure I was talking about doing this in my, like, New Year's, like, chat, getting ready with me, that sort of thing. And that was the beginning of the year, like, New Year's. So, like, I did it in January. And it's September. So, yeah. Wow, what am I even playing it? I have took too long. Because I was literally talking about it, like, wanting to do it, and I was going to, and I've still not done it, but here I am. I'm finally sitting down, wearing the t-shirt especially, and yes, we're gonna do it, and I'm so excited, because like, I have been thinking about it a lot, and I just need to do it. But yes, it's long, but like they say, better late than never. So let's do it. I can't wait. Okay, so like always, I have made a list on my phone, and like always, there's more than 10, because 10 is just not enough, okay? And I mean, especially for Ladynoir, because they are literally in every episode, like, I'm not being, like, literally every episode, because they're out of the love square anyway. They are, like, of course they are, because they are the iconic duo, so, like, they're obviously going to be in every single one, which I think is why it's took me so long, because it's been harder to, like, narrow it down to just 10, because, like, there's, like, 3 seasons, well, there's 5 now. I mean, there's, like, been 2 episodes of season 5, and then there's not been anything for ages. That's a bit weird, but yes, but still, I have managed to make a top 10 that I'm happy with, so there's that. But like I say, there's going to be extras, because, like, please. But then with this one, it's going to be a little bit different, because when I've done these videos in the past, they've always been of scenes that give me the feels. So, like, you know, by them being, like, romantic or, like, coupley vibes, you know, like, them as a couple. But with Ladynoir, there's just so many scenes, and there's so many that aren't necessarily lovey-dovey and coupley like that, but I love, and I have to include them. So I've kind of made categories of this, and I think that's what, if you did watch my New Year's video, I sort of went into that, because there's different categories for Ladynoir. So yeah, because what did I do? I wrote it all down here. Oh god, yes, I forgot about that as well, but we'll talk about that. But the first thing I will mention is, obviously I did just say there's, like, 5 seasons. There's only 2 episodes of 5, so we ain't talking about them. And season 4, I've always had this list in the works, sort of before season 4, and like I say, I've had this video now in the works for ages. So when I've been doing it, it's only been to 3. So I'm only going to do from seasons 1 to 3, and I'm also including the New York episode, or the special thing, because that was everything. I think I did include that in my Adrianette video, because, please, that was brilliant, and I loved it. So yeah, seasons 1 to 3 and the New York special are what I'm including. I ain't going to do season 4. Not gonna lie, I have seen it, but, like, not as much as those ones, and I just felt like I needed to. And also because season 4 slightly irritated me with the Ladynoir, I'm not gonna lie, because, like, how dare they offend me with the Ladynoir angst? Did you feel like that? Because yeah, I did, so that's why I'm also not including season 4. Okay, moving on. Alright, so the categories that I did 3, and they are going to be the feels / romance, so of course I'm going to include that, because they had that. We've also got the friendship / partner goals, which is sort of, I've done, like, emojis, like, as keys, and I've done the, like, 2 fist bumps as, like, the poundage stuff, because that's what I mean by that. I love that stuff, like, it's everything. Sort of also along the, like, like amazing iconic duo that they are as well, sort of that kind of thing. And then I've also done a third one, which is flirty banter. Not being funny, do I actually even have a scene? Yes. Okay, no, I was like, do I even need to say about that? Because I might not even have one. Oh yeah, I have a couple. Okay, because yeah, they're flirty banter. By this I mean like when he's constantly like flirting with her and there's like doing all this his charm, and she's just like just focus on the mission, and I actually love that, so I had to include it. But yes, so what I'll do is I'll obviously say what the scene is, and then I'll say what category it fits under, because like I just couldn't narrow it down to just scenes that give me the feels, because there's just some like that are a different category that I have to include because they are everything to me. Yeah, so let's get on with it. Let's go. Okay, so number 10, this is great, but number 10 is from Siren season 2. It's when Cat Noir catches Ladybug and she's like flies out of the water.
Tell me you're going swimming today.
Yes, so this one falls under the feels, of course, but I always used to love this bit. Like, the way I would replay this all the time was not even a joke. But yeah, it was so cute, because I just loved it, because she was obviously already like doing shit with the villain, and he was like appearing, you know, it was him arriving to help, and he was just like, wait, what? Because she went, woo! She like flew out the water, and he was like, whoa, babes, what? And so he was like, quick, catch you. Oh my god, it was everything. I loved it. I feel like it was kind of brief, but that's why I put it as 10, but I had to include it in my top 10 because I love it a lot. But yeah, I just constantly replayed it because it was just so cute, the way he was just like, hold on, and then just instantly ran to like catch you. Oh god. And he was like, you didn't tell me you were experiencing. And then yeah, the charm kicks in, and he and she was just like, oh wow, they are everything, they actually are. But yeah, it is actually kind of brief talking about that one, but like I just had to include it in my top 10 because I do love it a lot, and I used to like replay it constantly, which means I obviously love it. But yes, that's that. And then I'm not being funny, but like Siren has kind of had angst, if I'm even being honest. But then they were fine, so it was one of them. But no, yeah, I did love that when he caught her. Wow. I just love it. She's just so cute, and she's just like, thanks. Oh god, they're everything. Love it. Oh my god, yes. So number 9 is from Dark Cupid, season 1. I think we know what I'm gonna say, but it is when Ladybug kisses him for the first damn time. Oh.
Your little secret will be out of the bag.
Oh, okay, so this scene was so good, but of course, it's one of them where it wasn't like, whenever they kiss, it's not proper, but like, oh my god, it was great, because obviously it was the Valentine's, and they like learned about it in school. Marinette like learned about it, so then she was like, alright, but I just can't, and the way it, whoo, I'm like leaning off the wind. So of course this one also, did I say it feels? Yeah. So this one also fits under the giving me feels, because like please, they're kissing, so like obviously, but like yeah, it was so good, but like it also irritated me because he, you know, went evil with him, but I was like, oh my god, it's great. And they did the typical like rolling around on the floor thing, and he was on top of it, and she was just like, but like she was trying to kiss it. Oh my god, when she then stopped and like was starting to like try and kiss him, wow, that was hilarious, because she was like, wait, what? No. But normally I would like be like, all right, so yeah, sure, give me a kiss. So it was like so funny. But yeah, it was so good. And not being funny as well, there was a category I wanted to include that was sort of like scenes that you forget that they are Adrian and Marinette. Like, and this is definitely one of them. Because when they're kissing, you're like, hold on, that is them. And they are kissing. Like, what? And she don't know this shit, but you have actually kissed him now, girl. Please. They've kissed many times now. But she don't know that. And it's hilarious. But yeah, It's yet again so good, and it was one where I was like, I have to include it because it was such an iconic moment. Like, I just can't, like, the way she set it up to, like, and then he rolled on top, and then she was just like, and kiss him, oh yeah, and it was great. But of course, as well, if you watch, you can see in her face, at first she's just like, ugh, doing it to see him, but then she's like, and she was like, as they pulled away, she was like, hold on, she was shocked about how much she enjoyed it, and I was like, oh, steady on. And of course he had to go and forget, didn't he? And I was like, oh, of course, but whatever. I found out in that episode, and that was hilarious. She was like, no, I was saving you. Yeah, right. But yeah, no, I had to include it. Dark Cupid was a great episode. I loved it a lot. So it worked out that I had to put it in the list. Of course I did. Oh, okay, so this is iconic, and people always use this line in edits that I see, but number 8 is literally, I'm gonna say it because sometimes I don't know what to name them, but it's from Mayora, season 2, gives me the feels every time, but he says, you and me against the world, m'lady.
Then let's go back to what's always worked. A duo. You and me against the world, m'lady.
Oh my god! Yeah, this was so good. I mean, to be honest, it wasn't actually a Cat-Noir, it was Adrian. But they were de-transformed and they thought they were, you know, they were sort of still in Ladybug Cat-Noir mode. It was just that we were split up because we couldn't see each other. But yeah, oh my god, everyone loves the scene, and I don't blame you, because same. But like, oh, you know, I love it a lot. It always gives me the feels. You and me against the world, lady. Whoa. I'm not being funny. I was really torn between this top and a top that said that when I was buying this stuff. But now I'm sad because I don't fucking know it no more. But never mind. But like, oh my god, yeah. It's one of them iconic lines that he says, and it's everything. Like, come on. I could not include it, so I had to. And like, they do say it a few more times. I'm pretty sure they say it again at some point. Yeah, us against the world. Yeah, it is, because we're like iconic duo that we are, and it's everything. Because of course they were like, oh god, because it was that one where it was all the red Akumas, wasn't it? And they had the team, but then they all got struck, and then it was just them again. Let's go back to what's always worked. A duo. Yes. Oh, no, it was everything. It actually was. And just, yeah, again, he's so cute. And Marinette's kind of like, okay. I mean, like, but like, yeah. They were, it is funny when you think about it, because they were actually de-transformed when they said that. So, but I had to, they were Ladynoir, like, come on, it was. Because he was acting like he was Cat-Noir still. They were just de-transformed for that minute. So, yeah. So I was classing it as them, but yeah. Love it a lot. So effing cute. Okay. But number 7 was everything. So it's from season 3. Now, I'm not being funny, but season 3 was the best season for Ladynoir ever, fight me. Like, it actually was. Like, I'm not being funny, but like, right, going through the seasons, okay, we'll just stop for a minute to talk about this, but going through the seasons, so season 1, we were fine. We were like this. Season 1, and then season 2 was a bit like this. You know, like, we just went up a bit. Season 2 was good as well. But then season 3, I just went up. The Ladynoir in season 3, holy shit, I loved it. Literally every episode, they were thriving. Like, they actually were. It was everything. Like, tell me otherwise, okay? But, like, please. I love season 3 a lot for Ladynoir. It was so good. Obviously, yeah, season 1 and 2 were fine. Like, season 1 is still iconic because, like, please. It's mainly, like, introduced. You know, like, we season 1, we get introduced to them. So they're still, like, they're so iconic and everything. But, like, season 3, wow. Loved them in season 3 so much. Like I say, season 1, we go down again. And I was like, why are you doing this to my heart? Because season 3 was so good. Like, they were literally thriving, and now we're down here. Like, why are we excluding him? Like, don't do that. So, oh, okay. But yeah, I just have to say that. But yeah, season 3, and it's from Oblivio. You know where I'm going, don't you? But yes, it's when they kissed. Oh, yes. Okay, so it was hard with this because I was like, right, do I technically say it's a Ladynoir? Yes, okay, it was Ladynoir. They were kissing, hell yes. But of course, they forgot because it was the one where they wiped the memory and then they revealed, and then I actually loved that episode though. Oblivion was such a good episode, and in a way I was kind of like because I did not include any of the Adrianettes in my Adrianette video from Oblivion, and I'm like, wait, what, why? Because like the Adrianette was like, ooh. But like it was one of them where I was like, it's sort of like a what if episode, but it's like the plus. I think someone actually said this on TikTok, right? But Cat Blanc was the negative side of a what if reveal, and then Oblivio was a positive side. Like they were showing different outcomes, so that's probably why I like Oblivio more. But like I do because it was just cute and it was quite Adrianette heavy, so of course I enjoyed it. But like the Ladynoir when it appeared was everything. So yeah, I had to include the kiss because like it was so good. Because it was like a proper kiss, okay? It was adorable as well. It was proper fuzzy, so yes, of course, this fits under the, like, giving me feels category. I love it a lot. But it's just adorable. But yeah, I did struggle because I was like, it's really hard when we do have the reveal, because then I'm like, who am I calling this? Like, which ship is it now, like, of the Love Square? Because, you know, it's almost like, because they know, they're like, am I kissing Marinette or am I kissing Adrian? You know, am I kissing... I'm like, okay. But no, it was Ladynoir. I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, and oh my god. When Alia took the photo, I was like, yummy. Their reaction, her and Nina, wow. I laughed every time at that because it was hilarious. Because I was like, say me. And then the shoot was say, wow. The photo, me though. Like, honestly, I keep saying me, but like, it was. And then they were like, holy shit, what? She was like, whoa, did we do that? And he was like, hell yes. But of course we forgot. But no, I did like it because of course they found out, just because they revealed and they had photos and they were like, oh yeah, we must be together then. Jesus Christ, it was everything. But no, the kiss was so good, and he was so cute because he was like, with your permission, she was like, yeah, right, let's do it. Holy hell, they are goals, like they're such cool goals, so cute, and of course, it's like shows you here, but the height difference as well, like during the kiss, because she was slightly on her tiptoes, was she not? Oh, yeah, help. But it was so good, my heart, I had to include it, so it's my number 7 because it was so good. Okay, now we're getting into the, what do I call it? Flirty banter. Oh yes. So number 6 is from season 3 again. We're getting into the season 3 now because I love it, and it's from Silencer. Bloody love that episode, and it's when Cat Noir meets up with Ladybug.
I'm right here, milady. I'm here now, so go ahead and fill me in.
Okay, the amount of times I rewatch this, I actually can't. I love it so much. Cat Noir was hilarious in this episode. He attacked me. He was so funny, like he actually was. And yeah, I love this part. Like there was many parts in it that they had, but this one I said because it was just hilarious. Because of course she was silent, you know, Silencer like took her voice so then she couldn't talk, and he appeared, he was like, hey, I'm here, and she was like, shit, but I can't speak. So then I'm like, texting you, and oh god, it was just literally the flirty banter feels. Like it did not give me flirty like relationship feels, because of course she was like and it was just one of them where she was like, her, and they were sort of trying to do charades, and he was like, yeah, alright, let's go, and she was like, no. No, honestly, it was so good. Like, yeah, this is one of the ones where I was like, oh my god, I love this scene so much, and I can't include it if I do it just that. So that's why I changed it, because I was like, I need this in my list. So I did. I've included it for number 6. I just can't. And then, oh my god, the bit where he was like, oh no, you'll be a mute ladybug, but then he was like, but it's got its advantage in the way. It's the way she flicks her yo-yo.
But it has its advantages in a way. Now you'll never be able to pick on my jokes. I'm kidding, milady. Don't worry. You always get us out of the worst fixes. Meanwhile, I'll be able to babble to my heart's content.
That was so funny, actually. I love how she whacks him on the head, but with her yo-yo, she's just like, she'll just slap him across the face. She just shoves her yo-yo. Yeah, girl. It was brilliant. She was like, her face. And he was just like, all right, I'm sorry. And then rubs his head. Whoa. It was so good. So right, let's go. I actually love it a lot. They were everything. They actually were. But yes, and I do have to mention, I don't know if I will go into this because I do have like more about it, but I'll say it briefly just in case. But the pound it. Oh my god. Okay, I think I did. Yeah, I have a sticker of it because I did a Redbubble haul, didn't I? And I bought the pound it from this episode on a sticker because, hands down, my favourite one. And like, it was so good. Like, they do a lot of them because you know, they do a lot of them. I was going to do one where I went into different, because there's some things that they do like a lot, so I was going to cut it. I might do it in a minute, but oh my god, I just have to mention it just quickly while I'm talking about Silencer, because I absolutely love the way they do the pounding, because he's just like there, like, stuff, you know, just got his hands, and that bloody Bob Ross or whatever his name is going off on one, and she just walks over to him and she's just like, honestly, it's everything. So I just have to mention it. But yeah, I loved that episode and I love that scene. So yes. Alright, so we're doing well. And now we're in the top 5. And so number 5. Okay. I could not include this. Okay, so this is of course the like friendship goals, iconic partner duo, whatever. And it's from Origins Season 1, Part 1. It's their first meeting. Because like, of course.
I'm starting to get the hang of this. Well, hey there. Nice of you to drop in.
Okay, I really love this scene. Who doesn't love this scene? Okay, please. Because it's when they first met, like, obviously. And it just makes me laugh so much. Because, of course, it's all because of Marinette and her clumsiness. And she's still not really worked out. Because she doesn't know what she's doing. Like, it's the very first time she's being Ladybug. So it's just like, it's just so good. And it's so funny when you think about that episode. Because technically she meets him as Cat Noir. Like, the very first time they meet is Ladynoir. Like, of the whole 4 ships, oh, I mean, obviously, like, it's either going to be Ladynoir or Adrianette, but, like, they meet each other as Ladynoir for the first time, and it's like, holy shit. But, like, obviously, I meet him, and he's just, like, on his thing, I'm getting the hang of this, and then she's coming, he's like, oh no, what's that? Oh no, and then, it's just like, hey there, oh my god, help. I actually love it, and she's like, sorry. Oh my god, and then that bit where everyone quotes that, but he's like, Cat Noir, yeah, Cat Noir, and you. And sorry, but she was about to call herself Marinette, but then she was like, madly clumsy, no sweat clumsy girl, oh my god, help. But like, sorry, but I'm madly clumsy, and you don't, Adrian is so blind, but like, but either way, it was iconic, so I had to include it, and it does make me like, I love them, but definitely more like friendship, like goals, like friendship vibes, because obviously, please, they're like becoming partners, and he's just like, yeah, let's go, and she's still a bit like, wait, what? Where are you going? To save Paris, right? Oh my god, I actually love it. Oh god, so I love this one as well. It's my number 4, and it is from season 3, of course it is, and it's from Miracle Queen, which is that the last episode? Yeah, I think it is, the end of, oh god, yeah, it is. But yeah, it's Miracle Queen, and it's when they're underwater and Ladybug hugs Cat Noir.
Thanks, Cat. You're always here for me.
Oh gosh, so I had to include this one. However, I will admit, I don't really watch this episode that much, so I can't really remember much that happens in it, but that scene was so fuzzy. Like, I did watch it again, and it gives me the feels so much. So, of course, it fits under that category. But, oh, yeah, I loved it a lot. Because, of course, she was freaking out because then Hot Moth Dick was around and bashing up poor Master Fu with his shell thing, and she was like, oh shit, babes, like, what am I gonna do? And oh God, it's just him comforting her basically, and it's adorable. He's like, hey, he's like, don't say that, don't beat yourself up because you're everything, you'll fix it, you're fine. I love him. I love his like words of affirmation to her because it's so adorable, and he always makes her feel, you know, like better, you know, he comforts her and stuff. And then she just pulls him in and he's like, oh, and but he's like, yeah, right. And she's like, thanks, you're always there for me. Of course I am. Stop. I actually love it. I mean, it kind of creeps into the like friendship goals as well, but no, it gave me the feels a bit more, you know, like as them being sort of coupley, because he was comforting, so I like that. And if we're hugging, like, yeah, so yeah, I had to include it. And it was just cute because we were like aqua mode and we were under the water because they weren't hiding. Yeah, they were hiding from bloody bees again or wasps or something. Was that the episode where Kagami was like, do you love me too? And he was like, excuse me. Sorry, I thought I saw a wasp. Yeah, I think so. And then he's like, bye, and it just dives in and just transforms like that. No one sees you. Okay, yeah. Is it that one? Am I going crazy? But like, it could be. But yeah, that's why they're under there, so it probably is. But no, I love it. It's so cool. It was just so cute, and the way he then like wraps his arm and then just tap. Oh, he's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm here for you. Oh, stop. They are everything. They actually are. They're so cute. Okay. So we're into the top 3, and this one, holy shit. I'm not being funny. If I could just say the entire episode of this, because so it's from season 3, episode Reflect All. Oh my God. Okay, so before we actually talk about the scene, I need to say that Reflect All is my absolute favourite episode, hands down. I absolutely love that episode. Everything about it. It is everything to me. Like, I'm not being funny, but I just love the entire episode so much. It was just so good. So what I'm going to talk about is the opening scene, because this scene was so good. It actually was. And of course, it's the flirty banter.
I don't call the shots, my lady. You're the superhero who captured the evil Akumas. I'm just the cunning, ultra-charming Cat Noir.
Right. You have it easy.
Easy? That's because I make it look easy.
As cunning as you might be, that little prank you pulled earlier almost made my lucky charm fail.
Do you know why Master Fu gave you the Ladybug Miraculous instead of me?
Because it requires someone with a sense of responsibility?
No, because you don't have a sense of humor.
Whatever.
Look, it's no big deal. You have so many other great qualities. I'm just in charge of the humor department.
You'd better get going before you lose your clown costume.
Miss you already, Bugaboo.
Don't call me...
See, I was right!
I love this entire bit, and I mean the fact that it's a good episode anyway, but they open it with like my favourite scene. I can't. Like, so of course they're just bantering, like literally flirty banter in this moment, like they actually are. And of course it's seriously one of those moments where you're like, holy shit, they're sort of acting like a married couple, and that's what makes you think, oh my God, that is not Adrian and Marinette. Like, I refuse to believe it, because you could not imagine them talking like that to each other, like as Adrian and I. You just couldn't. But I just can't with him, and he's just been so cunning and charming, and she's just like, all right. And then I just literally, I'm not being funny, I can recite it word for word, but I probably won't, because that's a bit like, But oh my God, it was just, I absolutely love this scene with all my heart. But I did it for number 3, because of course I have like better ones for like the feels ones. But like, yeah, this just had to be included, because as well, the fact that then things that they said, you know, like when they were talking about the switching, because of course they were foreshadowing them then switching the Miraculouses, because they did that. Oh my God, that was also why it was so good, because they swapped and they were everything. Like them being Mr. Bug, what was it? Mr. Bug Ladynoir. No, I was like, don't call me by my ship name, babes, because like that's a bit weird. But she puts an E on the end of Ladynoir for her, but with their ship it's not no E. Am I right? I think so. But yeah, I was like, don't call us by our ship name, that's a bit weird. Or call me by that. But like, it just made me laugh. But oh my God, literally every single like part of Ladynoir or whatever they were, Mr. Noir, when they were like swapped again. Everything, like, literally was so good. So yeah, love that scene a lot. I always go back. I feel like that is now my comfort episode of Miraculous. I just watch it over and over because, like, even the stuff leading up to, like, the fighting was so good. You know, like, it all worked because, like, even the stuff that they were doing as, like, Adrian Marinette, oh my god, and as well, that always makes me laugh because Alia was such a mood. She was like, hey, let's get him over. And she was like, no, 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 no. And of course, it worked out because then that's why we had the villain, because Julika was, yeah, wow. No, it was everything. It was such a good episode. I literally loved everything about it. So, like, and I had to include that opening scene because it was brilliant. Yes. Oh, okay. So we're now in to number 2. Oh my god. So this is kind of weird because the way I've named it is a bit like, but I just can't because the way it gives me the feels is not even a joke, and I feel like everyone loves this episode. I feel like some people will be like, excuse me, why isn't this your favourite episode? But it is from season 2, episode Glaciator. So we all love Glaciator because of course, the Mary Cat in that. And then, of course, this scene, which was at the end when I've just named it as Ladybug Friend Zones Canoir.
Listen, I don't want to play around with your feelings. It would be the same as lying to you. I don't want to do that. You're more than a partner, Cat Noir. You're my friend, and I'd never want to lie to a friend.
Oh, yeah. So, of course, it's a bit like, because basically that is what she does. But it is so cute. Like, it actually is. I mean, it was kind of salty as well throughout the fight. But this scene was like, wow. Because, like, it was just so cute. And obviously it was sad because she was like, no, because I'm in love with you. But I don't realise it's you. And I'm not going to tell you that. So, like, that's the thing. The irony is like, fuck's sake. Because I'm like, whenever I watch it, I'm like, you. I'm in love with another boy. Who? You. But I don't know. And I'm not telling you that. But, like, it's just, oh, okay. We all know what it is. But it's the bit where he goes up to her, because of course she's like, we're both superheroes kind of, well, we don't have a choice, and he's just like, and I'm also like, my face too, because the way he's like, I'm like, same, but then he like gives her the flower anyways, and he's like, I get it, Ladybug. The kiss cheek, what? The kiss cheek, the cheek kiss was so cute. I was like, shit now. Always when he leaves and she's like, and then turns around like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, whoa, girl, how? Like, how do you not be like, actually, you forgot, come back? Because, like,
I get it, Ladybug. Your friendship means everything to me. You can keep the rose. It goes with your costume.
how is she like, no? I mean, we know. Because, yeah, like you was Adrian, but like, sometimes I'm like, It was so cute. It was so sad, but it was so cute. And it was like, the moon was everything. You always know when the moon is like massive behind them that it's going to be a great scene, like, obviously. Because the bloody moonlight dance that Adrian did in the New York special was like behind the massive moon. So I was, well, in front of it. And it was like, whoa. So, yeah, I loved it a lot. But oh my god, it was just like, because of course, she went there as Marinette first, didn't she? So then when she went there as Ladybug, she was like, yeah, I saw this before, but I'm not going to tell you that. But like, oh god, no, I did. It was so cute, and obviously it was sad because he was like trying to do this all lovey-dovey like picnic and shit, but she was like, I don't want to mess with your feelings because I want to be, we're friends, and that was really cute. But it was just like, but yeah, the main bit is that bit when he was like went up to her and then he was like, keep the rose, it goes with your costume, oh yeah, and she was just like, it was her face afterwards as he left. I was like, yeah girl, literally. So like, rethink your choices, because like I stand. Alright, so before we go to my number 1, I'm gonna do, obviously I do extras, like I say, but before I do my extras, I'm gonna just do like a quick little, I thought what I'd do is I have 4 things on here that Ladynoir do all the time, and obviously I did briefly mention like the Pound It when I was talking about Silencer, but like I just want to talk about it because there's literally 4 things that they do that happen a lot. So I thought what I would do is I would just say them and then I would just do like a little bit of like a just flutter some clips, I don't know, just like show you some of my favourite clips of them, because sometimes I was like, I want to include that, but then it's basically just doing that, if you know what I mean. And so I thought I'll just say it as a whole and then just put like a few scenes of when they do it. So of course the first thing that they is the pound it, because they do that every time.
You did it!
We both did it, partner.
Pound it! Pound it! Oh, okay. Pound it? Pound it.
But yeah, I just have to briefly mention, so some that I love, of course, are the ones from Silencer, when of course they do the like silent pound it. That was everything.
In fact, I loved him so much that I was just about to sign.
There's one as well in, is it Oni-chan, when she's trying to do it, but then he was like hugging Kagami, and he was like about Lila, and she's just like,
Pound it.
I'll take her back home.
That was so funny. That did make me laugh. But yes, I just had to include the pound it because they of course do that a lot. Second thing that always happens is of course the whole nicknames that they always do, like the Milady. Oh my god, him calling her Milady is triggering. I actually love it. And of course also the Bugaboo, and she's like, don't call me Bugaboo.
Good to see you, milady.
Falling for me already, milady.
Why, thanks, milady bug, but I had it covered. That's not gonna be easy, lady. You know I'm innocent, don't you, Bugaboo?
Stop playing around and calling me Bugaboo. This is really serious.
Don't listen to her. Bugaboo's just a spot jealous.
Hey, I thought we agreed on no more Bugaboo calling, pussycat.
Good to see you, Bugaboo. Looks like we're going to break bread today, huh?
Stop calling me Bugaboo.
Miss you already, Bugaboo.
Don't call me.
See, I was right.
Love that. And then she also says kitty now and again, which is so cute. But yeah, that always attacked me. And then the third thing that they always do makes me laugh a lot, because I've literally called it like they're rolling around on top of each other. Because the amount of times that they do that, it's so funny. So of course they do it in the first, because I'm not being funny, but it's the first episode, Stormy Weather. I'm pretty sure it is, like the very first one. So like when they roll around and they're like, their eyes are like blinking, it just makes me laugh because he always ends up on top of her, and then she's like, get off. And it's so funny. I love it so much. And I think the best one, the one I always love, was from, I think it's Simon Says, the season 1, Simon Says, and she's like rummaging in the cards, and then he's like, like pushes her down, like, whoa, watch out, and then they roll around, and he's just like, hey, and she's just like, get off. No, I actually love that. But like I say, they just do it all the time, so I just had to say it as like doing it like this sort of thing. And then the last thing is when Ladybug, oh I love this, but when Ladybug constantly pulls on his tail, he's just like, whoa, 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 because, I'm not being funny, I really was so tempted to include that one from Stormy Weather when she's like, whoa, kitty, kitty.
Whoa, kitty, kitty. You better think before you leave.
You got a plan?
Tell me that is not one of the best moments she does that, because it was so good. Because she was like, and she was like, and you better think before you leave. And he's just like, what? Yeah. And of course, she does it in the bloody first, like the Origins, where he was like, let's go. When she's like, whoa. I actually love it when she's like grabbing his tail, like, wait. It's so good. I love it a lot. Alright, so we're just going to quickly go into some of my extras, because please, like I say, I have to also talk about some extra scenes other than 10, because I can't do it. I'm trying not to make this long, but we all know by now I never have short videos, so like, yeah, just sit comfortably. But yeah, some extras I have. Oh, of course. So, back to Miracle Queen, Season 3, and I've actually put this as both friendship goals and giving me the feels, because it is them both saying, it's us against the world, as always.
It's us against the world.
As always.
Yes, because of course I did mention when he first said that, and then he said it again in that, and they're like hand holding. Oh yes, because yet again, bloody Chloe was like acclimatized, and she had brought all of the Miraculous holders forward, and obviously they didn't have help then, so they were like, yes, us two again, like the powerful duo that we are. And wasn't she Dragon Bug then? Everything. So like, please. Yeah, it was everything. It was brilliant. And of course Hot Moths was there, like they were just like, fuck you, basically. I'm sorry, but like they basically were, by saying that. They're like, please, like, look at us, we're everything, we're like iconic badass duo, like, please. So yeah, I had to include that a lot, like, it's, yeah. What else have I got? Oh, yeah. So going into the New York episode, or special, and love the scene a lot. And it's when Ladybug's telling Cat that she's going away.
You're going away?
Only for a few days. It's nothing important, kitty cat.
Okay, I actually love this. I actually love the New York special so much. It was so good. And this scene gave me the feels a lot, because it was just so cute. You know, like, Tiki's just like, it does make me laugh though. Tiki's just like, right, what's going to happen now? Because you've just done all that to have Adrian, like, come to New York with you. But, like, no one's now going to be here, girl, because he's Cat Noir. Like, because, you know, the tone, it's so funny. And she's like, relax, Tiki, Cat Noir, we can do it. I've got this. Oh my god, that like, thing she gave him, that was adorable.
All you have to do is click here, and I'll come back as fast as I can.
It actually was. Well, she just gave him the remote, didn't she? And she had that. But, like, it was so cute. And I just love how they're by the Eiffel Tower. Like, the way that they set up when it first started the scene, wow. It was so scenic. Like, the Eiffel Tower looked great. And they were just sat there. Like, he had his legs crossed and he was like, wait, what? You're going away? Yeah, bye. But, like, I always thought that she said New York, but she didn't. She just said, yeah, I'm going away. Only for a few days. Yeah, literally. And then he was like, wait, what? But she was like, I won't be long, but you need to stay and protect Paris. But that was before he found out he was then going to New York, because he was sad at first. Then Ladybug told him that, and then he was like, wait, I'm going. Oh, shit. So, like, what? Make up your mind. But no, I absolutely love the scene, because I just love it. And the animation was also great. I feel like sometimes when the animation's, like, a bit, like, so good, it, like, hits even better. Like, it hits different, and it's just, like... But yeah, he was honestly so cute, because he kept pressing that, and he was like, and she was like, stop messing about. But they're just so goofy and so cute, but it gave me the feels. So, like, yeah, it was. I had to also include this, but it's in my extras, because, like, I'd already had 10. I should have done top 20, but we would have been here forever, so I probably won't. But yeah, I love that scene a lot. What else we got? Oh shit, yes! I forgot about that. But this was brilliant. But it was from Stormy Weather, Stormy Weather 2 actually, from season 3. And it's when Ladybug did a pun.
But don't worry, kitty. We're not gonna let her rain on Paris's parade.
Hey, was that a pun I heard, m'lady?
Yep. A little change is good, don't you think?
I love that girl.
So this episode was kind of strange, because I liked it because they were like revisiting and her powers were extended, but then we were just recapping. Like, we weren't really doing anything else. Like, we didn't see the fight. They were just recapping all the stuff they were doing. And I was like, right, okay. But I loved this part because it was hilarious, because of course it gives me the feels, because like they're like, oh shit, because I'm sure there's a volcano, isn't there not? And they're like, gross, great, let's do it. And she's just like, she just says it, and he's just like, was that a pun I heard? Yep. And he's just like, oh, I love that girl. Like, please, you friend zone me, but I don't give a shit, because I love you. Like, I still love you, and I still flirt with you. Because, like, please, one day you might change your mind. Yeah, you just de-transform, and then I might. Oh, Jesus. But, like, no, I love that a lot. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I had to include that, because, like, it was everything. Like, it was very brief, but it was just so funny, and I've seen a lot of people edit that scene as well. So I was like, oh, yeah, definitely, I need to say about that, because it was so good. Oh god, yes. And the last one I did isn't really a scene, but it's going back to Reflect All, because it was everything. And I basically just said Mr. Bug and Ladynoir. And I've done both the friendship goals, like Pound It, badass, amazing duo, / the flirty banter, because them just being swapped was just hilarious. Like, he appeared, he was just like, hey, let's go, you know, like, he quite, like, enjoyed it. And the banter that they had, it was just so much, it was so much fun. Like, I loved it. It was so lighthearted, and we were just doing it. Like, the fact that we were chatting and just, like, bantering with each other, but we were still, like, being badass and, like, fighting the bloody doll, like, the huge Senti monster. It was just so good. Like, I literally can't. It was everything. And one of the best bits is when he was like, oh, I need a mirror. And she's like, that's not how it works. And then he got one, a mirror. And she was like, pick it as long.
Luck. You're just jealous of my mastery, that's all.
They were so good. And yet again, she's such a queen, because, like, I'm now in with your Miraculous, but then I'm still helping you how to do it, because he was like, shit, I don't know what to do with this. And she was like, right, let's have a look. You're a simple, straightforward guy. Thanks for the simple part. Sorry, I'm gonna do it because I literally love that episode so much, and I probably know it word for word, to be honest. But yes, just literally everything about this episode, like the entire Ladynoir or the Mystical Ladynoir was just everything. So I had to also add that to my extras a little bit as well. So yes. Okay, so now we're on to my number one. And not being funny, I already knew this was my number one, because I feel like I always find it easy to do a number one, but then every other one I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. But like this one, hands down, okay, the minute I had seen this, I was like, I literally I was dead, I was dying, I was attacked, I was screaming, I was throwing up. But like, so it is, of course, yet again, from the New York special. This is why I've said I'm including it, because it's basically from my number one. And it's when Ladybug hugs Cat Noir.
Don't ever do that to me again.
I'm sorry.
God. So I think, did I mention, yeah, in my age update video, I did mention that I actually recorded myself watching this for the first time, and I never want to post it though, because it's a bit but like I did, and the way I was attacked by this moment, wow, because of course it was sad when he left, because he was like, shit, and then give it back, and she was crying, and I was like, neither. And then of course she was like, oh no, and had Plague with her, but then that queen, you know, the robot, what was her name again, I forgot, Uncanny Valley, something like that, and she went off and got him back, and then he appeared. The dramatic entrance line of him, like, he was Astro Cat and he just appeared because she was like,
Miraculous.
That would explain his power upgrade. Good insight, milady.
oh wow, she was like, what? You're back. Wow, they are so cute. It was everything, and she just ran up to him and hugged him, and he was just like, wait, hey, but don't ever do that to me again. I won't. I was like, just kidding, I did it many times again. But like, it's fine. Oh no, it was, and she was crying, she like literally can't. This is why it's my favourite, because it's so cute. I love them a lot. I just can't, like, it seriously gives me the feels. And they were them two that were there were probably like, a couple goals, but like, psych. But like, yeah. It's like, yeah, because like, please. But I honestly love it so much. So I had to. But yeah, I just can't. And then they pound it. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that. But like, that's also a great, like, pound it as well. Because she's like, you're back, let's pound it. Oh yeah. They are literally everything, and it was sad when he ran away, like, well, not run away, but you know what I mean, like, he gave it back and he was like, bye, and I was just like, wait, what? Don't do it. And then it was all sad for a minute, and then he's like, hi, I'm here, I'm back. Good insight, my lady. Oh, help, but like, really, really helped me. But it was just like hard. I rewatch it all the time because it's just a way she like clings hold of him, and she was like happy to see him, you know, like the way, because we have all the time when, you know, she's like that, she's like, but she's like deep down she does love him, like, please, I love you as like a friend and partner, but like still, it was just fuzzy, like the way it happened, and he was almost like, wow, but then he like help. I actually love it so much, so of course it's my number 1. So yes, that's going to be my top 10. Yeah, it was so much fun doing this because it's been about time, like, I'm not even joking. Q Lizzo is about to have time, because like it seriously is, because I have literally been meaning to do this forever. Because like I did my internet video ages ago and I was going to do it near that time and then I didn't. So like, what am I doing? Don't be expecting anybody, whatever, elation or marry cat, because it probably won't happen yet. That'll be next year now. No, I'm thinking of, I might do a joint video of that, because there isn't really, I think I briefly mentioned it, but yeah. I'm going to do a joint because it will be easier in that way, but I'll probably go into it if I actually do it, so yes. But the other thing I'm going to briefly sort of mention is that obviously I haven't talked about season 4, and I did say it was because like it did get on my nerves because the angst was so irritating, and the way they were excluding him, I was like, how dare you? Like, she didn't really care about him in that season, and I was like, why? You're everything, like, why are you doing that? I mean, there was some scenes, but like, of course, I'm gonna mention the like very last scene from Strike Back, the very end, because like, so if I was including season 4, I probably would have only included that scene because like, hello. So if I'm honest, that probably would have been like 2, because I still love the hug from the New York so much, but. Please, I'm gonna briefly say it because it's a Ladynoir. I probably won't mention it again, but like, yes, that entire bit was just so emotional and I couldn't cope with it. I was crying, and obviously she was like, oh, sobbing, and then he was just like, here I am, you haven't lost me. And then she was like, I'm so sorry. So not being funny, that scene actually did redeem everything that they, like, their shit that they went through in the season. And the way he like pulled her over and hug, I haven't actually seen that in so long, but like, yeah, I'm just going to briefly talk about it, because I wasn't obviously including season 4, but like, how could I not talk about that scene? Because I think he attacked everyone. Like, yeah. So yes, I really hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe if you are new. And yes, I will see you in my very next video. Bye! What was that? Okay. Because I'm not gonna lie, I have seen it, but not like... Ladynoir catches Ladynoir.